Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out we finished off all the side quests of Chapter 5 and we started off on the relationship episodes. Got through a fair few of them, but we've still got another 3... Yeah, sorry, fuck. We still got another 3 to go through, and we're starting off today by meeting up with Rion in a clothing store, and she's just killing time before the before the concert, and she's trying to find some costumes for us to wear. So let's see what goes on here. They all look the same to me, buddy. I've just noticed that they're in front of the clothes that they're in front of are all very similar colour scheme. Kind of interesting, and goes out of his depth. He's not particularly good. Okay, that sounds kind of weird. Don't say stuff like that. It's kind of bizarre, dude. There, la 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 are your lyrics. That's pretty, By the way, this guy is, properly, weird. Because, you know, he just hears la 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 and he recognizes it as one of, Spiker's songs. So, yeah. That was kind of bizarre how he just recognized it instantly from her just saying it under her breath, but whatever the fuck. Time to run away. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of true though, how Rihanna's kind of being very nonchalant with all this stuff. Sorry, about, you know, well, if people find out, I'll just move again. It's kind of suck. It's like, really? This is kind of a big deal, you know? If people find out and you have to move, that's kind of weird. And Ko is already going back into the kind of the male anime protagonist kind of role here, and saying stuff that you know, saying stuff to Rion, complimenting her without really realizing when you say stuff like that, it kind of has more meaning. But anyway, so yeah, we've got her up to rank number 5 now. She's almost at max rank, Rion, so we're getting close. So now it's time to hang out with Toa. She's gonna be lending a hand at the shrine. So let's help her out, shall we? So that she can get everything done quicker. Wow, I took a while to press the button there. Let's help out around the shrine, shall we? I do really love this music track that plays here. It plays a lot during these kinds of slower kind of events. Sorry, and I actually really just love it. It's a really soothing and calming track. I actually really like it. It is probably synthesized, like synthesized instruments rather than real instruments, but it still sounds pretty good. Oh god. Grandpa's back. Shit, what do I have to do now? Dude, I'm always doing stuff. Just because I'm not around here all the time doesn't mean I'm not doing shit. Working my ass off, buddy. Oh god. I knew it. I knew it. It's gonna make me train again. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Oh god. And he's like, nah, I'm good. Let's get on. Let's get it on. let's kick some ass. That the training session began with me and Toa the first to spar. Yeah, I like this. Little Toa just beat the shit out of Ko here, which I kind of like. It's kind of funny that, you know, you're just like, you're still keeping up with your training, aren't you, Toa? Just kicking ass and taking names. But Ko wants to keep going. He's just been getting back into the swing of things. Yeah, so you can't really tell her that he's, you know, going into a... sorry. Going into, like, an alternate world and kind of fighting scary monsters. And so he feels as if he needs to, you know, keep his... You know, kick his training back into high gear. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I want to keep going. You know, I was just really into it at the moment. That's where it is. Nothing else that you should read into it. And the bond with Toa got stronger. Yeah, she's not a party member, so you don't. She doesn't level up. My apologies. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool though that Toa is still keeping up her training with Ko's granddad, and it's kind of cool that she's kind of so kick-ass. But anyway, so yeah, now you want to head back. What we're heading to now is we're doing Mr. Garo's friendship episode. My apologies. I apologize. Fuck my throat. Anyway, you want to go to the area where we had to go. I think, yeah, it was last chapter, where we had to go to deal with the Blaze, the club that they were frequenting. And once you're there, you'll see Mr. Garo, and then you have the option to either follow him, sorry, or not. And when you do follow him, you see him kind of confronting a couple of gang members who are messing with a high school one of his high school students. And I actually I do actually really like this. I like how kind of badass Mr. Goro is shown to be here. That he's kind of lighting the cigarette and playing it off all cool. It's just so awesome. Yeah, she's in love. Which I kind of like. It kind of continues the kind of the early kind of stuff that was said about him, that all the female students are kind of completely head over heels with him. So I kind of like that this is actually showing a little bit of why they feel that way as well, that he's kind of a badass dude, as well as being a good teacher. It's all part of mistakes of youth. Yeah, but I think the short way of saying it is, yeah, I smoke and it's bad for me. Yeah, whatever, just don't you fucking do it. It's basically what he's saying here. and escorted students to the main station. And yeah, Mr. Goro has got to go up we've got to go up a fair bit with him. We've got to go up a couple of levels. But anyway, that's all of the friendship episodes for Chapter 5 done. So now all that's left to do is to head to Ko's part-time job to continue the story. Today we're heading over to Across Tower, which is a completely new area for this game. It's a completely new area. Introduced in Chapter 5. It's basically like a sorry. It's basically like a tower which is used to hold kind of events like concerts and stuff like that. And it has like a few shops on the ground floor as an area to explore in the other, once you've beaten Chapter 5 and, you can just come in here to wander about. There isn't really a whole lot. I think you can buy some stuff from the store on the ground floor. And there's also people that you can find on side quests on the viewing platform, which is right on the top floor. But that's really the only places where sorry, my brain's not working. But they're pretty much the only two places that you can go in Across Tower. So it's pretty much just come buy some shit on the ground floor, or basically find some side quests and stuff to do on the viewing platform at the very top. You can't actually go to the theatre. that is a only a story element. Well, I've done them all, so let's go to work. So yeah, Across Tower is kind of a night. I think it's a pretty cool looking area, but there's not really a whole lot to it. Rion, you're such a bitch. That was rude. What are you doing? She's constantly teasing Ko. I mean, for God's sake. So rude. So yeah, for his part-time job, we're heading to the concert area. And by the way, I think this happens whatever happens. Like that little bit of dialogue there of talking about buying the costume for me, for her. Right. But it kind of only really makes sense if you do her friendship episode. So on my first playthrough, I didn't do her friendship episode, and so I was like, "What the fuck? What costume? I never promised to buy your costume." So yeah, there you go. But so yeah, Ko's working at the theatre where Spiker are going to be holding a so much teasing. Sorry, but so yes, Ko's going to be working behind the scenes at Spiker's concert, which is taking place in the main in the theatre. So that's where we go. Yeah, this area we only see in story, so we come here for the first time during this chapter, and we kind of get to see cutscenes of kind of Ko wandering around doing his job, and Spiker practicing and all that kind of shit. My apologies. Fuck my throat. But that's really it. I think it is. We don't see it again until the next chapter. I think it's chapter 6. Either 6 or 7. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Where you end up where the chapter 6 kind of revolves around Rion and Spiker. So, that's kind of But you only see it in cutscenes and kind of story stuff. You don't really get to kind of wander around the theatre. It's a bit of a shame, but whatever. And again, this is these kind of cutscenes where I think you can kind of tell that this was originally a Vita game. Not so much with this stuff where where you get to see them, where they're talking to the crowd and all that kind of thing. It's here where you kind of, yeah, it doesn't look good. Like kind of a coloured cylinders just being moved backwards and forwards on a dark mass. It doesn't look particularly good, and you can kind of tell that it's kind of it was originally a Vita game that's been kind of upscaled to work on the PlayStation 4. So, but yeah, I still think that it looks pretty decent considering. Like I just said, oh my god, it does not look good. But I think considering it's a port of a PS Vita game, I think they did a pretty good job of, oh god, it's ugly, of making it for the most part look pretty good. So there's just certain scenes like that. Oh, it doesn't look good. Stop showing it. Doesn't look good. It does not look good. Stop it. Move away from it, please. Stop being so proud of that fucking shot. Ah, Ko's becoming a fan. Yeah, I like how he has a little bit of a thought to himself about, if Ryota found out, then he'd probably kick his ass. Getting to be so close to him and all that. And we get 5,000 yen as payment. Nicely done. So there we go, that's the end of... So the concert's done. We get to finally go home after a long day after a long night working. Huh? Jesus Christ, what are you doing here, Shio? I didn't think that Spiker were your kind of thing. Oh, he doesn't know. That would have been funny if he was just like a big fan of Spiker. But apparently not. He's on his way home from doing stuff outside of the city, which so yeah, he went to speak to Akihiro, who's in the who's in jail now. He's in the detention facility just north of the city. And so yeah, I got to talk to him, and this is something I kind of like, that they kind of don't just they don't just drop everything from previous chapters. There is some kind of there's some callback to things, and we get to find out how Akihiro wanted to just apologize for everything that happened. So yeah, we kind of get a nice little moment where we find out a little bit more. Find out that Akihiro at least is genuinely remorseful for what happened. But anyway, with that being said, Shio is now offering to get us some food before we go back home, so why not take him up on that offer, eh? It's bad, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. So yeah, and it's with in this scene. It's in this scene where we find out a little bit more about Shio and about what he does outside of school stuff, because we don't really know a whole lot about him still at this point. We don't really know anything about him, really, do we? He just kind of turns up when we need to fight, and that's really it. So this is the first time where we have a bit of insight, because you have a bit of insight with the friendship episodes, because you find out about, you know, obviously him helping out the orphanage where he was brought up and that kind of thing. And you find out a bit more, and here we find out a bit more about him, the fact that he's, you know, living in this, where is it? It's a ramen shop? I think so. I think it's a ramen shop. So yeah, he's, you know, we found out that he's living in this ramen shop with, you know, they're giving him a place to stay, and he, you know, works for them and helps them out, and he's learning how to cook, all this kind of stuff, so it can be more useful. So I kind of like, you know, we kind of get a bit more insight into Shio, which, you know, I kind of like. That we get a bit more kind of backstory to him, and we find out a bit more about his character. You know, it's something that we often get a lot in JRPGs, but Persona's the only other one which I think really, where you really find out a lot about every single kind of party member, every single character you run into. You find a lot more about them in Persona, and I think that they're trying to do their own version of that here, which is pretty awesome. Oh shit. It's getting foggy, baby. Oh my god, there's a load of fog. What's going on? Oh, we heard an evil laugh. So yeah, this is basically the setup for the chapter. There's something lurking in the fog. However, we're not going to find out about that until the start of next part. So join me next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, when we'll be finding out what's going on with the fog. And we'll try and start to find out what's lurking within it. So, see you next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. See you next time.